Let us hear more.
Subject matter that he attempts to engage in. Moreover, as we're going to see with this clip, this man has real problems with Muslims, not just Islam. He, in this video, as you're going to see, was speaking about sacrifices in Hajj. And he tries to mute this after it's come up on the internet, probably because he's afraid that such video is going to be taken down.
No, nobody is afraid. Maybe you're Muslim because you flag the videos, and everybody knows that. But it's true that you Muslims, you sacrifice a big, huge death. There's one incident, thousands of people killed by people stepping in the top of each other, and the only one we can blame is Allah, because if Allah is the one who asked you to go there, don't Allah knew that this little tiny town doesn't fit for the Muslims who will walk in the top of each other? Not to forget to mention that your God Allah is very weird God. You see, remember everybody, the Muslims, they say and they claim that Allah is the one who choose the location of the Kaaba. So if Allah he choose the location, then the location should be the best place in the whole earth. But what happened, Mecca and the Kaaba specifically is located in the worst place in the earth. Actually, if you search right now, even after the American help and the technology and they build dams and the monies, you will see all those of flooding happening in Mecca. But the most hilarious one is the one where the Kaaba is flooded by the sewage. By the sewage. If we go and see the images of the Kaaba, this is the Kaaba, my friend. This is the Kaaba, and people are swimming inside the Kaaba, and right away you see in Mecca, for those who do not know, Saudi Arabia does not have sewage. So when there is little rain, all the rain go and take the poop and the dirt and the piss of a human being with it, because all the dirt is in a hole inside the house, in the yard of the house. So when little rain come, all of this will go to the Kaaba. Now, don't Allah knew that this is a low location, this is the lowest location in Mecca, and he should not put it there? If Allah is the one who chose the location of the Kaaba, how he chose the worst location? Remember, this is a location chosen by God.
No, Christian Prince. Listen, Christina Princess, listen for a minute. The Bible said that Solomon built a temple for God so that he can live in, because Solomon said, "Oh God, I know you are living in a dark cloud." And this instance also happened when Jesus, when Jesus was with his disciples and a cloud came above them and God spoke from that cloud, from that dark cloud. So your God doesn't even know where to live in his location. So Solomon built him a temple called Solomon Temple, which is in Jerusalem, for God to live in. So when God, what happened right now to the Solomon Temple, where people go and sacrifice there and pray towards it, it's completely doesn't exist today, the Solomon's Temple, and no Christian prays towards it as they used to do in the time of Solomon. Plus the Kaaba is in the correct location. In Mecca, even when it's winter there, the temperatures don't get as low as in other areas. Plus in Mecca, it's because it's in Saudi Arabia, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the miracle of Allah, he made oil be discovered in Saudi Arabia, and now the Muslims use it to build the Kaaba, buy cleaning products for the Kaaba, help the pilgrims, give them their needs, because Saudi Arabia is a very rich country because of the oil. And Allah chose the Kaaba to be in this location because he knew that there'll be more Muslims that will increase during all the times, and so the haram, the place of the Kaaba, needs to be expanded for everyone to be able to do pilgrimage there. They need their needs, they need air conditioning, they need, for example, water, they need food, So they need hotels, they need to many things for these billions and billions of pilgrims who go to Mecca every year and who do Umrah all the time, and it's never closed. The Haram is never closed. There's always Hajj, and this proves why it's in the best place, because this place, basically nothing. That there's no risk of any pilgrim going there. You know, there may be risks that, you know, pilgrims can die, and, you know, because this happens everywhere. Even if you were to place it in Jerusalem, the place for pilgrimage, people will still step on one another because there'll be more people increasing. Okay, it's all in the will of Allah. And the Prophet ﷺ said that whoever dies during Hajj, he has died as a martyr, as a shaheed, so he'll be in paradise. So it still destroys your claim, yeah, Christina Princess. You guys also see how, if you go back to where Christian Prince was speaking, he says that the Kaaba is located in the worth place, not the worst place. He said worth place. I don't know what's the problem with him. He says, sometimes he says the th with the c, with an s, and sometimes the s with the th. He said worth place. Worth, ya Christian Prince, meaning a place that is worthy. That you know, it's a good place, right? Worst place is the opposite of worth. Okay. Anyway, let's go back. The Bible says when they passed through the valley of Bakkah, meaning Mecca, according to the Quran as well. The Bible says when they passed through the valley of Bakkah, it's autumn, you know, there springs happen and the autumn rains cover it with pools. So the autumn rains cover Bakkah with pools. Again, you destroy your agenda. You just proved that Bakkah is actually in Mecca, right? Because if you go to the Mecca right now, it's saying that, oh, there's floods, right? And if you even look right now in the on the news, the autumn rains, meaning the time of fall, autumn, meaning the time of fall, it was raining a lot in Mecca. If you could look in the news, it's been raining a lot in Mecca. There's been a lot of rains coming down. And when I was there as well on the day of Arafah, it rained so much, mashallah, that, you know, you can see the garbage that is on the ground is being, you know, carried away with the water. The water became so big that it's been carried away and making pools in the places. So the people had to clean them, and it was very hard to push the water because the water will, like, you know, basically it's like waterfalls. They go in, if there's a steep area, they go down like a waterfall, and they keep going like rivers, like pools. So if him is saying that, if you look in right now in the autumn, you can see that deserts, even, like, you know, there's pools in the deserts, creating pools right after the rain. So this is the correct location of Mecca, and this Christina Princess proved that I was right.